Hello, my friends. Good Erev Shabbos. Happy Friday, followed by a beautiful, wonderful, uplifting, and above all, inspirational Shabbos Kodesh. In this week's Parsha, the Torah reading of Ki Sisa, we talk about the counting of the Jewish people, and then we get into different parts again of the Mishkan, the temporary Beis Hamikdash that went with the Jewish people throughout the 40 years in the desert. It was taken apart and put back together. And then we talk about the oil that was used to anoint the Kohanim, the priests. And then, all of a sudden, we talk about Shabbos, thrown in there. What's it doing here? V'yata tedaber al bnei Yisrael. You, Moshe, speak to the bnei Yisrael, lemor, saying, Ach es Shabbos tishmaru. But you should keep my Shabbos. Ki osi, because it is a sign, beini beinechem, between me and you. L'dor seichem, for all your generations. L'das, and know, ki ani Hashem kedishchem, that I am God who has made you holy. Ushmartem es Shabbos, and should guard the Shabbos. Ki kodesh hi lachem, because it is holy for you. Mechaleha, and so on. What's it doing here? Why is it here all of a sudden in the middle of creating the Mishkan? And remember to keep the Shabbos. And this word ach, however, but, because you're getting involved in this incredible mitzvah. A once-in-a-lifetime mitzvah, only this generation that had the opportunity, and that is to build the Mishkan, build a tabernacle. And every time they were about to travel to a new stop, they took it apart, and every time they stopped, they put it back together. It's an incredible thing. This conduit, this connection, where we get to connect directly to the divine presence of God. So you would think, when they're involved in such an incredible mitzvah, that they can keep going, keep building it, even on Shabbos. And the Torah is teaching us, no. Ach es Shabbos tishmaru. However, you must keep the Shabbos, which means even building the Mishkan, even something as important as building the home for our dwelling together with the divine presence of God. Sorry. Shabbos supersedes even that. And the question is why? So we've talked about this many times before, and I'm sorry if you've heard it before, but I can't help it. It's one of my favorite subjects. Because Shabbos is the same thing. Shabbos is an opportunity to dwell, to live together with the divine presence of God, to feel God's presence. As Shabbos is, as I've said before, Shabbos is in time. What the Mishkan, what the tabernacle, and the temple in Jerusalem was in area or space. It's our connection to God. It's our temporary Mishkan, our temporary dwelling. A very great rabbi who passed away not too long ago, Rabbi Shimshon Pincus, said that Shabbos is our Beis Hamikdash. I'd like to disagree with him with one word. Shabbos is not our Beis Hamikdash, it's not our temple, it's our Mishkan, it's our tabernacle. Because the Beis Hamikdash, the temple, was built in one place, the first one, the second one, and God willing, the third and last one, all built in the same place. But the Mishkan traveled with the Jewish people. Wherever the Jews were in the desert, they had the Mishkan, they put it together, and that's where they served God. Shabbos is our Mishkan, it's our tabernacle, because wherever there are Jews in the world, wherever Jews exist, there is Shabbos. Shabbos is the day that we recognize The same way as we did in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, in the temple, we recognize God's absolute dominion in the world. That He's in charge, and there's nothing to worry about. Shabbos.